How's it going? Welcome to today's segment of Tuesday Seeds. We'll be diving into a topic that has been in very high demand amongst you. So specifically today, we will be talking about the 3 things that you need to know when purchasing compost. So please stay tuned. For those of us who are looking to rebuild our soil, composting is becoming probably the most popular go-to tool in the toolbox for many farmers and gardeners. So today we're going to be sharing 3 need-to-knows, especially if you're out purchasing compost. So here we go. So number 1 is that compost is not created equal. If you see steam coming off of compost that you just bought, it's probably not finished composting, and that can be something dangerous for you because it's not complete. It still has some more composting to do, and you have to be careful in that instance for putting it on your garden because it could kill things right away or over time because it's not complete. And that could not, sometimes when you have things in your soil that are living, it can kill off some key microbes that you want and without you even realizing it. So be careful. If you see steam coming off it, good sign that that compost isn't true compost. Another good sign to tell whether you have true compost or not, and this is something you can do actually before you actually buy the compost, is smell it. Smell the compost. If it's giving off any kind of odor that is putrid or maybe something's decaying, even if it's the most subtle smell, that's a sign that is not true compost. It needs to finish being composted, if you follow me. And this is very important in situations where a lot of people feel like, and this comes up with manure. Let's say you're buying manure from someone else, or you're buying compost that manure is in, but it's from somewhere else. Sometimes those things have pathogens in it if you're not being careful and you're not, and it doesn't smell right. So a good way to measure how it should smell is walk out next time you're out walking and you maybe approach an area that's woody or forestry, some woods. Try to walk out into the middle of it where you know no human beings have been. Reach down about 3 inches into that soil, smell it. That's the smell that you're looking for when you purchase true quality compost. So number 2 is to be careful bringing material onto your land or into your garden that is not local. You may ask why this is. It's because the best materials when it comes to compost are materials that are natural and indigenous to the land that you're already working with. So if you already have some debris from your garden, or maybe you have some weeds that are growing out amongst your yard, you're calling them weeds, don't spray them. If you're gonna pull them because just the look of it, then recycle them. Put them back into, create a bin that you're collecting these weeds, because within those weeds are microbes that are already there working. We already know they grow because you just pulled it out of your yard. Recycle that and use that in your own, if you're building your own local bin. On the flip side, let's imagine you bringing some microbes or some maybe they're pathogens, some of the bad guys as well, to your land. You just don't know what's sometimes in certain compost, especially if it's from far away. We had a series what we did on the ecosystem, which I encourage you to watch if you haven't already. It was a knowledge forum, and it talks about how adding just one thing to your land or to your garden changes can change the whole environment depending on what it is and how it interacts with the existing environment. All right, so the third and final thing is to really recognize, understand, and keep at the forefront that true compost is made up of living organisms. Okay, so basically, Regenerative Ag 101 is understanding the difference between dirt and the difference between soil. Then typically, just like living organisms, like you and I, we need air, we need water, we need food, and we need other living organisms that we can feed off of when we get hungry. So guess what? It's probably not present in a situation where you're buying bagged compost. By the time you get that to your yard, it may just be dirt or topsoil. Okay, so with that in mind, keep in mind that you always want to look through the goggles of living organisms. All right, so that does it for this week's segment. But as you know, and as these questions come in, you could probably sense that we'll have more episodes on the subject of compost. So until then, be the exception.